All right, you've made it to the final approach fix, and you've been cleared to land. This is our last week, week 10. And this week we're going to be preparing you for final examination, so that means you're going to have to go over and get a demonstrated understanding of all the material that's been covered in this course. In addition, you're going to be into Chapter 17, which is Air Carrier Labor Law. In the wake of economic deregulation of the airline industry, a plethora of new carriers started business using non-union labor and paying wages substantially below the scales then paid by existing carriers operating under contracts with the elected labor unions. There were also, in many instances, operating aircraft that may not have been as safe as they could be. Competitive pressures exacerbated by the downturn in airline passenger travel following the attacks of 9/11 led to hardball renegotiation of virtually every legacy airline's pay and benefit scale. The industry had barely recovered from that downturn, and its labor unions had just begun to clamor for a return to previous levels of compensation and benefits when the national economy dove off the cliff at the end of 2008. Well, we know what happened then. Still, unions expect and will demand that as airline income recovers, their members' wages and benefits be recouped. Among non-union carriers, mainly regional carriers, the regional carriers are mostly non-union, discontent over persistent low pay and benefits and unsatisfactory working conditions have led to increasing interest on the part of employees of those carriers in union organizing to gain the strength to collectively bargain. Many of you will be going into regional airlines, and those kinds of exposures will be there, so you'll be aware of what is there. The purpose of this chapter is to equip you with a practical working knowledge of procedures for union organizing, contract negotiations, and the resolution of disciplinary actions against employees of air carriers. Those are the things that you're going to be discussing in Chapter 17. Those are the things that will be present if you go to work for airlines. They will be with you forever. You're going to have to know how to deal with these things, and whether you are to be a part, whether you're to be a leader, whether you're to be a member. The purpose of this chapter is to expose you to those things so that you can deal with them with at least a smattering of knowledge, so that you can discuss your preferences and your position intelligently. Also, there is workbook information that you should go through, but we are preparing finally for your final examination, which will be coming up soon, and you should be ready for that. It's been a pleasure to have been able to deal with all of you in this course, and to have you be present. Hopefully, you will find that you have learned a great deal of value from the course, and that you will be able to use it in your continuing career in the airlines or to wherever aviation may take you. The airlines are not the only aviation career, of course, and many of you will go to the airlines. Others of you will find other sources. You may be in the cockpit, you may not. But the purpose of these courses is to equip you with knowledge that will be helpful in all situations. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you will all be very happy with the knowledge you have received, and the demonstration of your understanding of that knowledge will be on your final examination. Thank you.